little introduction about myself so you know the person speaking with you. My name is Olatunde Wells, and I am a business-oriented person. I also have background in marketing, digital marketing. So I started export business not quite long. And the purpose of starting export business was for one singular fact. I was angry at the rate the dollar was going up. But rather than being angry, as a business person, I saw the opportunities there. And thank God for this government. When the government came, they have been promoting exports and the need for diversification. So we did a press briefing. We want to have the largest database of exporters in Nigeria. And for us to achieve that, we had to do this trading. If I may ask, what do you see in Nigeria presently? I know there is a recession. And, but I want to ask, what do you see in Nigeria? I want to hear from you. So, new ideas. Okay, I think there are positive-minded people here. But let's be sincere with ourselves. There's unemployment in Nigeria. Yes or yes? It's just for you to see where the abundance lies. So there is opportunity in Nigeria. And behind every problem, there's opportunity. God created man to solve a problem. You and I were created to solve one problem or the other. That's why we have different talent, we have different skills. We are not all good at one thing. We have our strengths and our weaknesses. So we are created to complement each other. So if you can see when people are complaining, rather than joining them to complain, see the opportunities here. Between last year and this year, there is some scheme that came, investment came. You pay you put in social amount, and you get 30%, 50%, 100% within few days, and it went like wildfire. Why? Because people are looking for opportunities. But unfortunately, that's not a good opportunity because most people are still lamenting now. But the people that created those, in quote, investment program, created it because they saw that people would need it. So as an entrepreneur, you need to see the opportunities in every problem. Now, before now, people have been doing export. People have been doing export. I know of, I would say my friend, he's actually in his 70s. He's been doing export for 35 good years. When I met him, I was so shocked. Like 35 years, I was like, sir, you've been making millions in export business silently. And when you see this man, he's just working unannounced. And he said when people are concentrating on the oil, he's concentrating on other things. And there are a few people like that, they have been making millions from export business without the media announcing it. But now that the present government came, there's need for diversification of the economy. So the attention is focusing on non-oil export products. So more people are coming on board. And of course, more people that want to start a business don't know where to go. And that is the purpose of this training. When I talk about export business, do you know that if you look at this image, what color is this man? What color is that woman? I want to believe somebody will tell me that there's an error. Are we on the same page? I don't know if you're getting me. Exporter, Nigeria exporter is a white guy. The importer is a black man. Is it an error? Okay, I will explain. Lebanese and the Chinese, the Asian guys, and some white have been coming to our land. They will go to our villages. They will buy all our produce, pay them peanuts, and export and export to Nigerians and even themselves abroad. And TVC News did a documentary in Nasarawa State. Women that have family to feed, they will break, I can't remember this stone. They will break it for 100 naira per day. Pardon? Ezekiel. They will break it for 100 naira per day, a full bag. They will pay them 100 naira per day. So, exactly. Foreigners have been coming to our land to explore our land. While we are complaining, while we are waiting for the white collar job, they see the opportunities and they are tapping into it. Now, we have the cocoa, like it's popular, like you probably know. But then there are over 5,000 exportable products in Nigeria. The products are not products that are just manufactured. They are products that are in high demand overseas. Cocoa, for instance, now, some guys from Vietnam came to Nigeria last year to buy, I can't remember the particular product. They bought it and they shipped to themselves in the country. I know what, for cocoa, for instance, when they ship it to the country, they will process it, they will now import it back to us. We will now pay at 5 times of the price. And why is this so? It's because Nigerians will lack access to information. I wouldn't say we are lazy, because Nigerians are the most hardworking people in the world. It's not a compliment. Nigerians are the most hardworking people in the world. But it's just that we need the enabling environment, and we need to get it right. So exporters have been coming to our land to explore us, and they will ship to even black, our people over there, which is not supposed to be so. They're taking our money out. But we want to believe that between now and 2019, we'll get more Nigerians into export business, because the opportunities in export are there. The market is there. Your customers are waiting for you. The problem you will have is to be able to convince just one customer. Once you convince the customer, you can't meet with demand. You can't meet with demand. So now, there are different exportable products. There are different exportable products. But if I talk briefly about food exports, because I want to open your mind to opportunities. Because by the end of this workshop, I want you guys to be creative. Because one thing about me, if I go to a workshop, after getting the information, I process it and I think outside the box. So there's an estimate of 25 million Nigerians now living overseas, dealing in export of food items. Most of you have traveled out, and when you travel out of the country, you crave for our Nigerian food. You crave for the swallow. You crave for the gari, the amala, and all that, because burgers and the meat pie and all that, you get tired of it. So there is need for Nigerian foods. So besides being the food export, besides being an opportunity, it's also an avenue to reach millions from individual entrepreneurs, and also for the government. When more people are into exports, we have more foreign exchange. More money will pump into the economy, because if you have more money at hand, you can go out there to buy anything. The people selling products and complaining that there is no money, there is no market, and all of that. When you have money, you can be able to patronize them. Before you know it, the money circulates around, and Nigeria will bounce back to life again. So there are two types of export business. There's the large-scale export and the small-scale export. So the large-scale export is export that you deal with by shipment. The small scale is export by flight. So bulk or large scale. If it's bulk, it will be exported with ships using containers. There's another speaker coming on board that's going to talk more about it. So I want to believe that all of you are familiar with containers, apapa ports, and all of that. So, did I hear no? Okay. pardon me. So export, what happened in the ports, Apapa Port, Tinkan Port, and the other seaports is import and export. So the volume could range from 5 tons to 30 tons. So a ton is 1,000 kg. Am I right, sir? A ton is 1,000 kg. So the capital index for this kind of shipment could range from 500,000 naira to 5 million naira per shipment, depending on the product. And before somebody would start panicking, because I want to believe that not everybody has that millions to start. But the purpose of this workshop is to simplify the whole process. Now, this type of exports, the products are lead, zinc, mica, cashew, nuts, oil, sesame seed, hibiscus. Hibiscus is the zobo flower. So we have abundant resources in Nigeria, but we are not tapping into it yet. So that is for the large-scale exports. Now, for the small scale, which is in bits, it will be exported through planes using cartons, pallets, or bags. Another speaker is going to come on board and show us the practical aspect of this. I think even last week and yesterday too, we're at the airport for some experiments. So you will see the pictures. So the volume could range from 100 kg to 5 metric tons. And the capital index for this kind of shipment could be from 100,000 naira to 1.5 million per shipment, depending on the product. And some of these products are shea butter. The shea butter is what we know as ori in Yoruba. Dried vegetables, also fresh vegetables, foodstuff, all kind of Nigerian foodstuff, fruits, smoked catfish, beans, flour, the elubo, melon seed, the egusi, dried pepper, okra, palm oil, honey, ofada rice, palm kernel shell, gari, ogbono, cassava flour, bitter leaf, dried leaf, ukazi leaf, crayfish, seasonings, and noodles. Do you know that our seasoning, the Knorr, the Maggi, and all that, is London, for instance, they crave for it. I think Nestle produces no, but Nestle is in other countries. But do you know that our no, you can't compare the taste with other countries. Even our noodles too, Indomie, even our noodles too, they can't stand, you can't match other noodles with our noodles. So, this is what you should start with. We are going to tell you the different products, then look for the opportunities. Because like I said, all you need is just the one customer. And once you have one customer, you can have a lifetime customer. So our noodles, our seasoning, they are in high demand because the taste, it has a unique taste. When we talk about export business, the first step to education, the first step to learning was to learn our ABC. Then we move from one class to another, and the next, and the next, and the next, until we graduated from college or from university. So export business, like any other business, there are some basic things you need to know about it. So I will take the next few minutes to run through them from A to Z. So A, avoid the preference for profit over understanding the business process. One thing about export business, you have to focus, you have to understand the business process and not for profit. Because export itself is a process, not a transaction. So you need to understand the process before profit. Fine, we are here to make money.